Afterlife, or according to Quran or Arabic, akhirah, is one of the principles of Islam. There is Tawheed, means there is no God but Allah, that Christians call him Father, and prophethood, that Muslims believe in all prophets from Adam to Muhammad as the last prophet of God. And the last one is Ma'ad, or the day of resurrection, or hereafter, or the day of judgment. So it's very important. There is more than 1,200 verses in the Quran just about hereafter. And even we have a lot of narrations from Prophet Muhammad and his successors, 12 Imams, about hereafter. According to Islam, this life is temporary and short, and our real life starts after death. So after death, people are two groups. One go to the heaven or paradise, and the other to the hell. And even hell, according to Islam, is the mercy of God, because it is our last opportunity to be purified to go to heaven. So if me purify myself in this world and do my duty, so I will go to heaven. That is the purpose of God. But if I don't, then at the last time, God will purify us with punishment, that we call it hell. And according to Islam, in hereafter, that we receive the result of what we did, it's better not to say there is reward and punishment. It's better to say we receive the reality of what we did. For example, there is narration in Islam that when you eat something that is not for you and is forbidden, here is delicious, but the reality is you are eating fire. So here we can't feel it, but in the hereafter we will feel it. They give us the reality. So I am eating fire. Then we call it punishment. So in this world we are making ourselves, and in the hereafter they give it back. They say, this is you. So no one will complain. This is the best kind of judgment. It's not like this world that we give reward. Some may say, no, my reward is not enough, for example, or the punishment was a lot. No, they say, this is you. You had 70 years, 8 years time in the world. Now you made yourself. Now you can go to this level. So in heaven and even in hell, there is levels. So you see, Barzakh is another world that starts after death, before the day of judgment. So between death and judgment, there is another world that we call it Barzakh. The people who die, they go to that world. And the soul there has another body that special for that world.
So they don't go to heaven or hell in Barzakh?
They are in Barzakh. But good people, they are in good situation in Barzakh. Bad people, they are in hard situation in Barzakh, okay? But all of them, they are waiting to the day of resurrection or day of judgment. That time, all people, they will be ready for judgment. Yes, you see, the best kind of death in Islam is martyrdom. When you die for the sake of God, and you are in the way of God. This is the best kind of death that the Quran says these people, they are alive, they are in high level, they are with God. Okay, in Arabic we call them, or the Quran calls them shaheed, or martyrs. The other good sign for death is that when you are dying and you remember God with remembrance, not with negligence. Okay, so you are in a situation that you are doing good, or you want to do good. For example, me, I have the intention that today I want to do something good for the sake of God, and then I die. Okay, this is the sign of good death, okay, because I was in a good way. But God forbid, if I want to do something bad, or I forget about death and I forget about God, and then I die, this is not a good good death.
All right. Are there perhaps any practices in your religion related to preparing for the afterlife?
Of course, everything we do in Islam, we can say it is for afterlife, because as I told you, our real life is afterlife. So if we pray, if we serve others, if anything, so the good person, according to Islam, is a person that anything he does, even eating, drinking, he remembered that I am making myself. So I am doing for my real life. So if I say something bad, it will be bad for me in hereafter. If I do something good, if I say, even my intention, if my intention is good, if my heart is full of love, I love others, I love the creatures of God, so this is good for my hereafter. I am making my hereafter. Okay, you see, it's better to say we don't have mourning, but death is the good opportunity for living people to remember death, to think about death, okay? So after death, 3 days, they have programs They go to the cemetery, they prepare the dead person, wash it, and put it in a special way and put it in the grave. And then 3 days they have programs, they speak about death, the lecturers. Then the 7th day, again, they have program. Then the 40th day. Then every year there is anniversary. So they go to the cemetery, they speak about death, about that person, just to remind us that your turn will come. So don't forget, do your best for your hereafter. And it is recommended in Islam that every week go to the cemetery, pray for dead people, and pray for them. And even there is some words that we repeat when we go to cemetery. One of them is this, that when we send peace to the dead people, we say, soon we will join you. Okay? So we remind ourselves that don't forget, you are poor or rich, this is the end. And not end, we should say this is the beginning. So do your best for this time, for after death. Well, we have the verse that says, the death that usually people run away from it, they will visit it. Okay, this is a verse in the Quran that every Friday we read it or we recite it. And God says, you will go to someone, he knows everything, good or bad. You will go to your Lord, that is God, and then you should answer. Did you fulfill your covenant or not? Did you do your best for him or not? Okay, so we have a lot of verses like this that tell us, don't forget, there is death, there is hereafter, there is a judgment day, and there you should answer. Don't think that you are free. I can do anything. No, all people, they have duties. There is a covenant that all of us, we should do our best to fulfill that covenant. As Islam says, the best thing that can save us in this world, to be a good person and to do our best as a human, is to believe in hereafter and to remember death. If I know, for example, that, or if I think that maybe this week is my last week, so I try to do my best. I try to be a good person. Okay, so in this way, this death can help me to be active, to be even happy. No one in this world is permanent. So my advice to myself and to the audience, that if you are poor or rich, if you are in a good situation or bad situation, know that it's not permanent. So don't be disappointed, and even don't be arrogant.